parts of the property are from below.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
So it's a massively significant archaeological site. It was the place where in 1939 they discovered an Anglo-Saxon ship burial, and that triggered decades and decades of finding out about the Anglo-Saxons. It took the lid off the Dark Ages. It was as significant in its way as Tutankhamun. It was one of the most important archaeological finds, certainly in Europe. The changes we've made are totally transformational. There's not a single element of the site that we haven't thrown up in the air, taken a good look at and rearranged. We've rearranged the narrative of the site to give people a better visit, to give them more opportunities to engage with stories. We've spent a lot of time on the buildings, the two buildings. We have an exhibition hall we call the High Hall, and that's where we'll talk to you about and show you what the Anglo-Saxons were like. And we'll do it through the day of the death of a king and the burial of a king, through the people around at that time in 625 at the death of Raedwald. The original home of the owner, Edith Pretty, the person who actually instigated the dig and gave everything that was found to the nation, so a really generous person. That house sits on a promontory that looks out over the burial grounds, and it looks out over the landscape and the river. So we're using that house to tell the story of 1939, of the people engaged in that discovery, using the essence of the house because it oozes those stories and those people, and to give people an understanding of what it feels like to make those discoveries through the voices of archaeologists who've worked on the site, and through the images that were captured by photographers on the day in 1939 who captured those lovely scenes. So there's a huge social history around it as well as a scientific one.